All right, y'all boys. My fault. I couldn't get a YouTube video out past 2, 3 days. I've been really sick. Came down with a mean colds or fever, whatever you call it. But sore throat, runny nose, body aches. You know how it goes, right? But enough of the yapping though. I'm not feeling too good, but still wanted to get a YouTube video out. You feel me? Didn't want to go that many days without making one. But anyways, enough of the yapping. Let's get straight to it. So today's video, I rewatched the ASU versus Mississippi State game today, and noticed a lot of plays made and lost based on the divider rules. So just want to make a video. Hopefully it's not too long. I only have 2 clips. Focusing on divider rules though, right? But anyways, let's get straight to it. This, you guys can just pause the video if you want to look at this Florida one. It's a little confusing, so I made my own. Like I said, just pause it if you want to look at that one, right? But this one's a lot more basic. But anyways, enough of yapping. Let's get straight to it. And for all these divider rules, though, let me state something very clear, though, from the beginning, though. If you don't have a middle, say the offense is driving down to over here, right? This is where they got to score, right? And say we're playing defense right here. This is receiver, right? If you don't have middle field help over here, if the middle field is open and you don't have a safety helping you, it's just one-on-one, no help, then you always got to be inside leverage to protect yourself, right? This is only if you have middle field help, okay? Just want to get that clear. Don't go out there thinking, oh, divider rules. No. You have to have middle field safety help, okay? Just want to get that clear out the way, all right? So for all these purposes then, let's just say we have the middle field safety help, right? So boom, let's go far hash first, right? Far hash, and for all these examples, we're going to be right here on the bottom, right? So boom, ball's on the far or opposite hash. Our divider rule is 2 yards on top of the numbers. And what that means is wherever the receiver lines up, before he even lines up, right? Say the offense is huddling over here, boom, clap, and he's running out here. Before he even gets here, we know, boom, our divider rule is 2 yards on top of the numbers, okay? So say the receiver comes down and lines up down here at the bottom of the numbers, right? We know, boom, I should be inside at least half a man, maybe even a full man, because the real estate, the land area, whatever you want to call it, is all to the inside, right? And say the receiver out the break, boom, they clap, he comes over here and he lines up right by the hash. And if I have middle field help, you know that he's probably going to go outside, right? So that's for the far hash. Boom. Middle of the field, it's the same thing. It's just now the divider is on top of the numbers, right? And same for the near hash, our divider is going to be on the bottom of the numbers, right? And I don't want to bore you guys to death going over it, but just pause this video, really take some time to memorize this. Once again, divider rules is if you have middle field help, right? And it's something you think of before the receiver even lines up. That way you know whether to go inside or outside or even head up of the receiver. All right, y'all. So I only have 2 clips to show today. Pretty basic ones at that, just to show you guys what I'm talking about, right? But for the first one, though, this was the game I was talking about, ASU versus Mississippi State, right? So the ball obviously is on the middle of the field, right? And the people I'm going to be talking about, I'll put circles up, is this DB and this wide receiver over here. I'll put circles up for the beginning, right? But we're going to be talking about this matchup right here. It's man-on-man, right? And ball's in the middle of the field, right? So when the ball's in the middle of the field, that means our divider rule is on top of the numbers, right? Just on top, not 2 yards on top and not on the bottom. It's right on top of the numbers right here. I'll put lines as well, right? And so if you look at the wide receiver split, he might be 2 yards below the bottom of the numbers, right? And obviously bottom and top is separated by 2 yards. So this is in total, the math on this is 4 yards outside of our divider, if that all makes sense, right? Leave some comments if it doesn't make sense, right? But he's 2 yards away from the bottom, and this is already 2 yards from the top of the numbers, right? So he's 4 yards outside of our divider. This means he has to be going inside, right? He has to be going inside, right? I'll play at full speed. Boom, inside. And I'm not gonna lie, I think this is Thompson from Mississippi State, one of the most fastest receivers in college football. Not much you can do, right? But he did a pretty good job of kicking. I think he got too handsy, right? You see how he sort of loses balance with Thompson, and at that point, it's just a foot race. Whenever you lose balance, it's gonna turn into a foot race, and whoever's faster will win. That's why Thompson won this rep, right? Like I said, the video is not gonna be too long today. Just wanted to go over the divider rules. If he was paying a little more attention that his divider rules on top of the numbers, and be a full man inside, this route would be completely boxed, right? All right, y'all. So this is going to be the last clip of the video. So for this one, I'll put circles and lines up once again. But the matchup we're talking about is this DB and this wide receiver. And this is actually the same DB who just got beat, right? So this just goes to show you guys that you're always going to have bad reps. You're always going to have good reps. You know, this is the hardest position in the game. And you just got to try to minimize the amount of bad reps you allow yourself to have. But once again, this just shows it's going to happen. Nobody is perfect, right? But this is actually the same DB who's going to make a good play on the ball, play at full speed, and actually have a lot to break down on this clip. I also posted on TikTok as well. The TikTok is the same username as YouTube, right? But anyways, enough yapping. Let me get straight to it, right? So for this one, the ball is on opposite or far hash, right? This is a matchup we're looking at. Ball is on the far hash. This means our divider rule is 2 yards on top of the numbers, right? Right about here, you know, give or take 2 yards on top. This receiver is on the bottom of the numbers. So once again, he's 4 yards outside of our divider, if that makes sense, right, guys? So boom, he's 4 yards outside, which means he has to have an in-breaking route. Drag, slant, he ends up running a slant right here. Drag, slant, 10-yard in, hitch, dig, post, right? It has to be an in-breaking route. He doesn't have enough room on the outside because of the divider where he's lined up, right? But I also want to break down on this clip is look at his eyes right here. I actually have a better angle right here. For a full second, he actually never takes his eyes off, which is pretty impressive, right? And it's not a bad thing because look what the QB is going to give us, right? Let me zoom in. Boom, on the snap, boom, right, left. It's either a right, left or a left, right, but this is that 3-step that I'm talking about, right? Boom, right, left, and he's pointing his head in the direction of you, right? But anyways, this is a better angle right here. So he sees this, right? Sees this, and he doesn't even, this is such a crazy rep, guys. He doesn't even look at the receiver, and he gets a PBU on this play just from knowing his divider rules that it's going to be an in-breaking route, right? He starts shuffling inside because he knows, and he's going to see the quarterback 3-step read, and he's going to break downhill on it, right? PBU, right? But once again, just wanted to show you guys, always trust the divider rules, and this also, you know, bonus points that he peeped the 3-step read by the quarterback and broke downhill. But that's going to be it for this video. I didn't want to make it too long. Shoot, I'm already sweating just from making a video, exerting too much energy. But I'm just going to try and get better, and then hopefully I can get some more videos out for you guys. Like I always say, let me know in the comments if you want to see anything specific. But with that, though, everybody have a good weekend, though.